Hi, my name is Anushka Pakhare, and here's a project on the global impact of early detection of melanoma cancer by use of non-invasive methods. So here's just some background information on me. I'm a rising 10th grader at Juanita High School, which is located in Washington State of the USA. In school, I'm involved in some clubs such as HOSA, Model UN, and in my free time, I like to listen to music, read, and I also play piano. For my future, I am interested in pursuing the field of oncology as a practitioner and maybe even a researcher. So, why is melanoma cancer such a big global health issue? Melanoma cancer currently is in the top 10 cancers worldwide, and it causes 1.3% of cancer deaths globally. The 5-year survival rate of patients who have melanoma while spreading to the lymph nodes is 94%. Therefore, early detection is key into detecting the melanoma in the cancer patient, providing treatment, and therefore increasing its survival rate. In a study found in Queensland, Australia, it was found that thin melanomas caused 23% of the deaths, unlike thick ones, which only caused 14% of the deaths, showing that early detection is also, again, a big important fact in melanoma cancer. On the right side, you can find a study conducted by the Cancer Research Institute in UK. It is a graph that depicts the different stages of cancer at the diagnosis. And as you can see, the 5-year, 1-year, and 10-year survival rate declines as you get closer and closer to stage 4 melanoma cancer, showing that early detection is key into improving the survival rate of the patients and make sure they live a long, healthy life. So it's just some background information on how cancer works. In a normal cell cycle, as many of you know, cells divide in prophase. However, sometimes there is mutations in the DNA caused by some factors, and therefore the cell in a normal cell cycle would recognize those factors and then will undergo apoptosis, which is otherwise known as programmed cell death. And that cell will die and not divide, and the rest of the cells will continue to divide and create new cells and repair damaged ones. However, in a cancerous cell cycle, the mutated cell does not go through apoptosis. Instead, it will start to divide uncontrollably and then therefore creates a lump of cells on the skin or anywhere else cancer is present. This is due to the inactivation or suppression of the tumor suppressor genes and development of oncogenes, which are specific cancer-specific genes. So some more vocabulary and background information. The word metastasis means when cancer cells enter the bloodstream or the lymph nodes from the primary tumor site. For melanoma cancer, it would include anywhere on the skin to other vital organs, so that it will infect it and start spreading cancer there. Some example of these vital organs includes the brain, the lungs, the heart, the pancreas, etc. This usually occurs in late-stage cancer, such as stage 4, and as shown before, lowers survival rates significantly. Another key term is biomarkers, which are specific patterns that differ from, in this case, cancerous cells and normal cells. Some examples of biomarkers include ctDNA, or circulating tumor DNA, cell-free DNA, or cfDNA, and TMB, tumor mutation burden. These are just some biomarkers. And lastly, an important concept and a novel new up-and-coming method that's not in the clinical setting yet is liquid biopsy, which is a non-invasive method, unlike a normal biopsy, of extracting liquids from our body for detection, monitoring of cancer, and treatment monitoring of cancer. Some types of liquids can include the blood, CSF, which is cerebral spinal fluid, urine, and even tears. So I conducted an independent research study by writing a systematic review on the liquid biopsy techniques for melanoma cancer. My research and systematic review consisted of evaluating emerging liquid biopsy techniques and current immunotherapy drugs from the last 5 years across 30 different papers from many different databases. The main results concluded was that ctDNA was the main biomarker used, and it was more sensitive to late-stage cancers, such as stage 3 and 4, rather than early-stage cancers. Therefore, there needs to be more studies into using biomarkers and liquid biopsy specifically to non-invasively detect early stages to prevent death and increase survival rates. And as well as the main analysis tools used in these papers were NGS, or next generation sequencing, and digital droplet PCR. Some applications of liquid biopsy include monitoring of checkpoint inhibition, which is analyzing the immunotherapy drugs given to the patients and using liquid biopsy and the DNA extracted to make sure that the cancer isn't increasing or if the treatment isn't working. Another application is that due to the extraction of DNA, we of course can profile the patient's DNA and connect it to the development of personalized medicine, which is an up-and-coming frontier of designing medicine and treatments specific to a patient's molecular and genetic level. Cancer, as you know, is not a one-cure-fits-all type of disease. Therefore, the analyzing their DNA provided from the biomarkers and liquid biopsy is essential for the personalized medicine to take effect and for doctors to prescribe treatments to make their survival rate of the patients better. So what can you do in your community? So you can educate others, such as your family, your peers, your friends, anyone in your community, on risks of melanoma and benefits of early detection. You can advocate for local, easy, accessible screening programs and also advocate for liquid biopsy and increase the awareness of it so that it may enter the clinical setting sooner rather than later, so the cancer may be detected early and treated early. And of course, you should share this message of the early detection, the higher the survival rate, regardless of any cancer. Detection is always better earlier. So here's my references. And I'd like to thank the GHLC for the opportunity for being in the program presenting my research, to CCIR and Dr. Maria Neftau for guiding my research, and to you guys, the audience, for listening on my presentation. Thank you.